you all be saying that unless you merge, you don't have the ability to stimulate and go into the process of the field and get Nigerians, first of all, to even be willing to take a stand on election. That's a very lazy approach. The second is that if you look at our last numbers, you would even say that if they want to build any opposition, going by the last numbers, they have to build it around Peter, because at least he was able to come with the votes of the Southeast, that of the South-South, that of the Federal Capital Territory, and a little bit of that of Lagos. He would say that, okay, if a small child is trying to lift a heavy object, why don't the elders just help him to carry it up if they are sincere?
Showunmi is right. All opposition parties that are interested in forming a coalition to battle APC in 2027, they should rally behind Peter Obi in 2027. Not just because of the magic he performed in 2023 presidential election. He decamped to an unknown Labour Party at the federal level, and within 8 months rallied Nigerians to troop out in massive numbers to vote for him. He actually won the election, but he was denied by the powers that be. So if we have to continue deceiving ourselves in Nigeria, we know all this. It gets tiring telling Nigerians to save themselves. They can't help themselves. We know our problem in this country. It is corruption, corruption, corruption. If we can get someone there in Aso Rock that will be corrupt-free and that will reduce the cost of governance, all the savings won't disappear. He must invest them in sectors that will turn around the fortunes of Nigerians. But like always, we call it politics in Nigeria. We can't save ourselves. We know his antecedents. No need going through all this anymore. Elections are over. Everyone is now bearing the brunt of the election mistakes. Like they say, elections have consequences. You see, all reasonable Nigerians need to be angry. Why? What happened to Nigerians the past decade alone should make everyone perpetually angry. But Nigerians don't know how to keep a grudge against politicians who impoverish them. Think of this. If you were 20 years old in 2015, that means this year, 2025, you are 30 years old. And looking back the past decade, how Nigeria's economy has been on a nosedive, our GDP has literally halved. We were above $500-something billion in 2015. Today we are at about $200 billion GDP. So you can see, you literally wasted 10 years of your youthful life. 10 years of your life that you can never recover. It is gone forever. And as the saying goes, destruction is always easy, but the rebuilding is where it is difficult. It took the APC administrations of Buhari and Tinubu to destroy 10 years of your life. Now, let's assume that it will take another 10 years to bring us back where we were in 2015. And that 10 years starts from 2027. Assuming Nigerians get it right in 2027, and also assuming that it will take the new administration about 5 to 10 years to get us back where we were in 2015, then practically you've lost 22 years of your life. Yes. So why shouldn't everyone be angry? Why shouldn't this be the top priority of most Nigerian youths? Why should religion, tribalism, or other issues be the top priority of an average Nigerian when you are literally wasting away, living from hand to mouth, when your counterparts abroad, let's even use Europe for instance, most of them get into the property ladder in their 20s. An average Nigerian youth can't even dream of renting an apartment, not to talk of getting onto the property ladder. These are the issues. Nigerians must learn how to prioritize issues in their lives. They must learn how to identify obstacles to their progress. And if they identify obstacles, they should be able to say this one has a huge impact on my life. So that means I need to place it on number 1 obstacle that I must remove in order for me to progress. That is how life should work. After you defeat the biggest obstacle, you move to the second, the third, the fourth. Before you know it, you've cleared your way to your success and progress. That is how it should be. Nigerians should be able to identify their common enemy, and that most potent enemy should be the topmost priority, because it is the person that is blocking your success in your life. That is how it should work. So whoever joins that coalition to help you defeat that potent enemy, you shouldn't be worrying about the person's attitude, his background, wherever he's coming from. You already have the privilege of knowing the kind of person he is. So since no one is a saint, you must make everyone that you share a common enemy with, you must make that person your friend. That is how it works. If you prioritize defeating your common enemy, then you will succeed. No need nitpicking and saying this one did this, this one did that. No one is a saint, like already said. Many people supported Buhari in 2015. Today, or even in 2019, they didn't support him any longer, simply because they accepted that they were wrong. What they thought was white wasn't white, and they changed. People change. Change is constant in life. So that is how it should be. No one should be held down or denied his position just because of what he did in the past. Nigerians must unite and prioritize and say, this is our objective, we must achieve it. We must do everything within our power to seize the opportunity and achieve our objective. Like already said, Nigerians know what to do, but for some reason they can't help themselves. They will turn around and start complaining and saying there is so much hardship, a lot of issues, but when it comes to them to take their destiny by their own hands, they somehow can't do anything to help themselves. This is very tiring. Just like the analogy of lost 22 years. Imagine what someone can achieve in 22 years. Imagine what Nigerians that left this country to other countries achieved under 5 years, not to talk of 10, 22 years. Nigeria is somehow structured in a way that it frustrates the life out of many youths. You are working, you've worked for many years, but when you look back, you see that you haven't achieved much, and friends will tell you it is village people that are following you around. But in reality, it is not. It is because of the stifling nature of Nigeria's economy. It is meant to frustrate you. Sometimes, even rich men find it difficult to spend their own money. You go to the bank, you can't even withdraw cash. They will tell you it's only 20 or 30,000 they can pay you over the counter. You get to the ATM, there's no cash. You have to spend your own money in order to buy your own money. You literally have to pay a POS operator to withdraw cash. Are we going to talk about other increases in taxes? They are talking about increasing the electricity tariff. Actually, they've denied it, but you know, going by precedent, once they deny something, no, it is the truth. It is only a matter of time it is coming. Going by stories on social media, some compared receipts of the electricity tariff they purchased in December 2024 to that of January 2025. It shows an increase of 100%, so it has already taken effect. How about the increase in telecommunications tariff by network providers? It was actually authorized by the government agency responsible. So you can see everything is literally on the increase, but salaries remain the same. Your earnings remain the same. Also, the tax reform bill is coming. If they eventually pass it into law, there are clauses inside the reform bill that means VAT will increase in a few years' time. Everything is literally increasing except earnings of people. But like always, Nigerians will never help themselves. They rather cry and complain that things are so hard. They will never use the opportunity they have, whether it is free and fair election. It is better for Nigerians to stop making excuses. Rather, spend that energy and time to identify all the obstacles Nigerians will see on election day and brainstorm on how to tackle the obstacles. How many people are in government? All the federal appointees, including state appointees, are not up to 1 million. Compare that to the millions of Nigerians that are suffering. Can they really defeat us? Absolutely not. Like always, people will always find excuses instead of facing their problems head on. Thanks for watching.